Good afternoon, everyone. It's Sal Stretford Post. How you doing? And welcome to another episode of Chatterbox. Hope everyone is doing great. Hope everyone is doing fine. Thank you guys for joining me today. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new and smash a like on the video if you guys can do that for me. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you guys for joining me today. On this day, 24 hours after Manchester United drew 2-2 with Everton, of course, guys, the fallout has been monumental. It's been epic. People have been crying. People have been screaming, you know, and the indirect slurs at the manager that I have seen from various platforms around the internet. You know, they start the video like this. You know what? I'm not Ruben Matt, but we have to have a conversation. This is what they do, you know. I mean, it's planting the seed, isn't it, really? It's just planting the seed. Really crazy to me. They think we're falling for that one. They think we're falling for that nonsense. Do you know what I mean? But, you know, at the end of the day, I don't know what Manchester United fans want. You know, they were told this is going to take time. They were told, you know, we have to obviously be patient. But many fans are not being patient at the end of the day. And unfortunately, we will die on this sword. Definitely, guys. Guys, thank you guys for joining me anyway. It is Chatterbox, so we do let loose a little bit on Chatterbox, guys. So let's talk about Manchester United and some transfer news. Of course, many months ago, I mentioned this player, of course, on this channel. As I do break various news, believe it or not. This player, his name is Franco Mastantuono. Franco Mastantuono is an Argentinian, 17-year-old Argentinian player who comes from River Plate, of course. He plays for River Plate, of course. Now, it's a name that I've been mentioning quite often. He's got 1 year left on his contract. 2026, his contract expires. So, you know what, the price might be a bit affordable for Man United, of course. So, you know, we'll have to see. But Manchester United are interested in Franco Mastantuono, the attacking midfielder, and his market value is only 15 million at the moment. So Man United obviously will double with the Man United tax. The price will double for Mastantuono. So we have to, you know, bear that in mind. The Man United tax is quite peak. But, you know, these type of signings, the Argentinian under-20 international, got 10 caps for Argentinian under-20, 2 goals. These kinds of signings are the signings that excite me the most. They're the ones that I like the most because, you know, it's the unknown, isn't it? You know, and I do like the South American signings, I have to be honest, because you do get more for your money, in my opinion, because, look, I've been speaking a lot about the street footballer in Europe, about how the street footballer is dying out in Europe. In South America, the street footballer is not dying out. In Europe, players are far too pampered, far too young. You know, they're rich, far too young. You know, they get a massive wage by the time they're 16-year-old. They're earning thousands a week and goal bonuses and sponsorship deals. So at the end of the day, look, this type of signing from South America, you know, fills me with hope because I like this kind of thing, you know, and he is affordable. Franco Mastantuono, 15 million, attacking midfielder who currently plays for River Plate. River Plate and Boca Juniors do have a conveyor belt of young players in their squad, of course, they are very good at that. He is a left-footed wing player. He also plays as an inverted right winger as well. So that is something that to keep an eye on, guys. Franco Mastantuono, someone you should keep an eye on. And it's the kind of signing that I kind of like, in my opinion. What you think about that one, of course. Big up, Lumen. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're really doing well. Good to see Lumen in the house. And big up, Merced. What's going on, Merced? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Big up, Merced, by the way. Don't forget to check out Merced as a really, really good channel on YouTube, guys. Great content. Check it out. Absolute legendary stuff, guys. Good. He's gonna go far. Trust me. Check him out, Merced. Of course, Merced, if you could just put your link there if you want. Absolutely. Pearl, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Really good to see Pearl in the house. Big up, Sal, and everyone. I'm so glad you're giving us a proper perspective on things. Man United is unlike those other channels, like to have a convo about the manager. Look, you know, it's insanity, isn't it, Pearl? What we have to understand is that the evidence was pretty there. It was there yesterday. The evidence was there yesterday. It was plain in day, plain in live in color, as the band is. You know, basically, those players did not play at the beginning of the match. They decided to wait till the last 20 minutes to play that game. And when you wait till the last 20 minutes to play that game with the same tactics, it goes to show you that it's not the manager and it's not a tactical problem. It's a player problem. It's a mentality problem. And this is what I was saying this morning, of course. And to be honest with you, these players and these fans who come on and the first thing they say, we have to have a conversation about Ruben Amorim, you know. We have to have a conversation about Ruben Amorim, you know, and this is the kind of thing that plants a seed. I'm not Ruben Amorim out, but we have to have a conversation about him. You know, this kind of thing plants the seed for me. This is the kind of thing that, you know what, is toxic. It leads up to toxicity. And this is not Mark Goldbridge. This is not United Stand. This is the other ones, the ones that people like to turn a blind eye to. Do you know what I mean? The other channels that people like to turn a blind eye to because they're not as popular, or they're not as big. That is what it is at the end of the day. So, look, you know what? I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that low IQ football ball knowledge. You know what I mean? It's jarring, to be honest with you. And I hope that we can move on from that conversation. Unfortunately, the more we lose games, the more this conversation is going to arise. And I'm ready. We're 13 points ahead of the relegation zone. We're not getting relegated. There's 30 points to play for, you know, and Leicester, Ipswich and Southampton are not getting those points. Man United are safe. Let's put that straight and let's put that in perspective. Manchester United are safe right now. And the sensationalist headlines about being relegated, it's not going to happen, guys, right? So this season, I'm sort of like, you know what? Winning doesn't really change anything. Losing doesn't really change anything. The most important thing for me to see is that if we build something that can last, you know what I mean? So we can build something that we will start next season. So we could start laying the foundations for next season, basically starting players, dropping players. As I said, the bad apples will fall from the apple tree. The good apples will stay on the tree. And by next season, we will know those bad apples. And those bad apples would have left the football club, hopefully. You know, we still have Marcus Rashford at the football club. We still have Anthony at the football club. They have not left the football club yet. So that is something that we have to obviously bear in mind, of course. Mercy. This season has been bad. Eric Ten Hag brought us to this mess. Ruben Amorim is trying to fix something that can't be fixed until the summer. The problem is, Mercy, and I would say this, you know me, I'm not one to like just completely throw the manager under the bus. I think Man United have a cultural problem. Man United have had a cultural problem for a long time. Unfortunately, with Eric Ten Hag, he didn't have the facility of having, you know, Omar Barada and Wilcox and you know, Vivel in the squad, at the club, basically, to help them with transfers and stuff like that. So, you know, most of the transfers that were signed were Ten Hag signings. I mean, it was pretty obvious that De Ligt was a Ten Hag signing. And this is partly the reason why Dan Ashworth got sacked, because Dan Ashworth didn't want De Ligt. But I would argue that De Ligt has been one of our better players, to be honest with you. And Ugarte has been one of our better players. And these are Ten Hag signings, to be honest with you. But, you know, I would much rather us just cut the losses at the beginning of the season and back to Ruben Amorim, because Ruben Amorim's tactics is very unique. You know, it's like, you know, being an artist. It's like being an artist and you can paint. Let's say you can paint, right? And you paint a certain way, right? But you need a certain paintbrush. And you know what? You go to the guy, you go, oh, look, you know what? I need that certain paintbrush to paint this painting. And he gives you a breadstick. That's basically what it's about. And we are really like, we've left Ruben Amorim, you know, with lambs to the slaughter, you know, thrown him in with the Sharks, got a manager midway through the season. He wanted to come at the end of the season. He wanted to come at the end of the season so he can start afresh. You know, there are positives to him coming early. There are. He has seen the right mess that is at Manchester United. He has, you know, the Manchester United has been exposed to him, basically, what the shit show it basically is, to be honest with you. Absolutely. Absolutely. Big up, Danny B. What's going on, Danny B? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Franco Mastantuono, fingers crossed. Very, very talented player. I would love him at Man United. 17 years old. Can play on the left, can play on the right. You know what I mean? That is the sort of signing I do like, to be honest with you. I love those sort of signings. You know, and Man United have been interested in Mastantuono. I was told in the summer, when people were here in the summer, I was in Italy. And obviously, I was told by a journalist over there that Mastantuono is showing signs that he may come to Man United. He's been like, there are rumours that he may come to Manchester United, but not this year, the next year. So basically, that's this summer. So hopefully that is the case. He was too young in the summer. So hopefully that's the case, and Man United can get him through the door. Of course, that would be fantastic. We should be looking at San Sabir, in Sabire, too, at River Plate. So he looked better than Franco for Argentina on 20 South American Cup. Look, you know what I would say, Danny B, and you make great points, my friend, and I admire your knowledge of the South American market. It's really good. And, you know, not many people have heard of these players, but these are the type of players, Danny B, that, you know, you can develop and you can make them into world-class players, you know, and I'll be delighted to have Ian Sabere at the club. I'd be delighted to have Franco Mastantuono at the club. And I think you can get these players for a relatively cheap price. You can get them for, basically 30 odd million euros, probably. I mean, Mastantuano's market value is 15 million euros, but we have to double that with the tax, the Manchester United tax, of course. So that is something that we should be, looking at and exploring in the future. Of course, there have been little hints that we're going to do that. Obviously, Diego Leon coming to the football club does signify a different direction, if you know what I mean. And to be honest with you, I like that sort of sign because I'm looking forward to seeing Diego Leon next season. I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to it. I've seen a lot from Diego Leon in the under-20 South American Championship, of course. But, I'm also a little bit cautious. That's why he's a young player and we have to nurture him in the team slowly, of course, as well. But that brings me swiftly on to Son Min-hyun. Son Min-hyun, of course, is the Tottenham Hotspur player, 32 years old. Man United are looking to complement the squad with some experienced players. They're not only looking at young players, but Man United are also looking at players that have been in and around the Premier League for a while. Now, Son Min-hyun has 1 year left on his contract, but he is still valued at 38 million euros. Now, this is where the complicated thing comes in. Now, Son Min-hyun has not signed a new contract yet, but he may still sign a new contract. My personal opinion, if we can get Son Min-hyun on a discounted price, a very discounted price, then that would be good. But right now, I don't think Man United should be spending money on a 32-year-old. I know he's experienced. He's going to probably do better and stuff like that. But I don't think Man United should be doing that. If it was a free transfer, I'll be all for it. But, there is rumours spreading around. So I thought I'd let you guys know about Son Min-hyun, that Man United want Son Min-hyun. I don't think Son Min-hyun is the guy to go forward, of course. Absolutely. We wait until August when he turns 17. Absolutely. Franco turns 8. Yeah, that is what it is, of course. And Man United are interested in Franco Mastantuono. And I hope we can sort of not tap up the player, but sort of get a deal going on there. I really do hope we can get something going on there, of course. Lumen, Sal, what's the point of Amarin coming mid-season when he still plays and favours the bad apples? Because those are the only players he has, Lumen. Who else do you want him to play? People talk about Dalot. People talk about Bruno Fernandes. Who else do you want him to play, my friend? You could talk about these players all the way to the cows come home, my friend. But at the end of the day, who is he going to play? At the end of the day, this is his team. He needs to be backed. He needs to be backed at the end of the day. Danny's good on that. Big up. I'm glad to have Danny on this stream, of course. Danny's a legend, of course. Good to have Danny on this stream, of course. I want your opinion on Højlund, and there's a service and the service we are giving to our strikers. Is that why Højlund and Xerxes find it hard to score due to low grant? It's partly the reason Merce said, and I feel passionately about this subject because I'm not one who's going to throw players under the bus, especially 23-year-olds and 20-year-olds, right? So what I believe is that we are not creating enough of the strikers, but it is a double-edged sword. When I talk about this, I do believe that strikers need to make their own chances as well. You need to make things happen sometimes, even if you get that ball from the midfield and then run and shoot and try and score, try and make something happen. All it takes is a spark sometimes. You need a spark to ignite something special. Do you know what I mean? Let's not ignore Højlund's, Rasmus's first season, scored 15 goals, I think he scored. So that wasn't too bad as a first season. But the overriding fact is that Manchester United do not create chances. We have 5%, the least amount of passes in the box in Europe. And we have to keep this in mind as well. Signing Osimhen and these kind of players that we're linked with are not going to change Man United's goal scoring habits. We might get a little bit better, but we're not going to change. Trust me. We need an attack. We need two number 10s who can master that position perfectly. At the moment, we're playing wingers as number 10s, and they're not really technically astute to create chances like we should be doing. I'm looking forward to seeing Chido Obi, and that will expose a lot about this team. It will expose a lot about strikers and how we're not creating for the strikers, etc., when he starts for Manchester United. Because at the end of the day, people are just saying it's a Garnacho problem, it's a Erasmus problem, it's a Xerxes problem. This is a problem in chemistry. Man United do not have chemistry up front, and we need to try and form a partnership, a chemistry with the attacking players. And back in the day with Andy Cole and Dwight York and those sort of players, Teddy Sheringham, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Mark Hughes, Eric Cantona, these type of players, you need chemistry. You need chemistry, and we haven't built that. Unfortunately, we don't have that. We don't work as a team. When we get to the final third, we don't look up. We're looking at self-glory and doing it ourselves. Maybe if we bring Rasmus into the team, 1-2, 1-2, bit of chemistry, work on that, it might work a bit better for Manchester United. I'm sure Ruben Amorim is doing that already, of course. Danny B, Sabir 30 million and Frank 45 million release clause. Take it all day, my friend. Take it all day. That's what I would do. Absolutely. Take it all day. Nah, Son passed it, even if he's great. Yeah, I mean, I agree, Danny B. I don't want signings like that. 32-year-olds looking for their last pay packet, of course. I don't want any of that, Danny B, to be honest with you. Absolutely. He free in the summer, Son. Nah, he's got his contract runs out. Son's contract runs out on 2026. So next summer, my friend, next summer he's got a contract to run out. Ruben Amorim will not approve Son to play for Manchester United. Apparently, Merced, he is labelled, he has targeted Son as a player that will work in his system. Make of that what you will. Make of that what you will. It's all rumours and hearsay at the moment, but make of that what you will. Apparently, his Son and Osman are the two players that he likes. But let's wait and see what happens, of course. I prefer the younger kind. Even if they're 26, 27, it's far better, isn't it? We've been flat since David Moyes' era, so this has nothing to do with the manager after that. But the mess we never addressed, but they continue to pile from the managers we've had after that. Well, it is, Jay, and you make a good point because you reminded me of something that I've been talking about for a while. When you get a new manager, there is a backlog of problems that occur that you carry with you. The new manager comes in baggage, so to speak, that the new manager brings in from the previous regimes. When you look at Man United and you look at the way we've been run over the last, 12, 13 years, since Alex Ferguson left, we haven't had a plan, right? We've had David Moyes, right? And then we've had Louis van Gaal. Two completely different managers. Again, this is not showing a plan. This is not a plan, right? Then, obviously, we have the likes of Jose Mourinho. Different again. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Different again. Erik ten Hag, Ragnick. Different again. And this is where you see that we ain't got a plan. We ain't got like a focus of this is how we want to play. This is the team we want to play. This is the tactics we want. We want this to resonate through the youth team, etc. We don't have a plan at the moment. Unfortunately, we don't. And to be honest with you, this is what the overriding problem of Man United been for many, many years now, that we don't have a plan. We're winging it. We're winging it, so to speak, and unfortunately, we need to change from this. We need to start saying, right, this is how we want to play. We stick by Ruben Amorim. This is how we want to play. And we're going to play like this all the way through the academy. A bit like what Barcelona, Real Madrid do. This is how we play. And we're going to play it all the way through the academy, of course. Big up, Michael. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Really good to see you. Good to see you, mate. The fact people can't see it for what it is baffles me. I don't know, Jay. At the end of the day, people have their own agendas. I think negativity gives people an excuse to have platforms and to have negativity. It gives them clicks. It gives them, followers and subscribers. That's what it does sometimes. And I just feel like, being sensationalist and being over the top and not understanding the situation, works for them in regards to their platforms. But in regards to sport, patience is everything. And I think Man United fans need to be patient and they need to stop jumping on the manager. He's coming in with a unique style of play. None of these players are his. He's had one player he's been given, which is Dorgu, but lost 3 players on loan. So let's not forget that. And Dorgu has been our best player over the last 2 games. One player, and it's his best player. That is very telling, isn't it, at the end of the day? Big up Jay, horrible recruitment and pending. 100%. Horrible recruitment. We hope we don't have a bad summer. Hit that like button. Thank you, Danny B. Big up yourself. Thank you, you legend. Thank you, mate. Thank you so much. Of course. The reason I missed Everton very much live watch along game, I was at Leeds Valentine's Fun Fair yesterday. Hope you had fun, Michael. Really good to see you, mate. Good to have you back, my friend. I hope you had a lot of fun. I hope you did, of course. Rasta, big up Rasta. What's going on, brother? I hope you're doing well. Really good to see you, mate. Good to see you again, of course. Absolutely. Sal, hold the Sal, hold on. The boss wants Son. The boss, I'm rumored to want Son. Rasta, I'm reporting the news, so I don't trust everything that I hear. Believe it or not. Mastantuanto, I know Man United are interested in Mastantuanto. In regards to Franco Mastantuanto, I believe that is something that Man United could explore in the summer. I've heard a lot about Maston Tuato. Goodness me, easy for you to say. I've heard a lot about him over the last few months, and speaking to various journalists, I have heard about him coming to Manchester United. We do face competition for the likes of Chelsea, likes of Liverpool, are also interested in Franco Maston Tuato. So obviously we're going to have to get our gear in order, because at the end of the day, you know what, he would end up going to one of those clubs, and we will miss out if we miss out on Maston Tuato. Absolutely. Would Son give us what Rashford couldn't? And would Son do us? Son is a far better player than Rashford, my friend. Just been playing for Tottenham. That's the problem, isn't it? I would rather sign Xavi Simons over Son if that was a possibility to sign in the summer. Xavi Simons is signed for is it Leipzig? I think he's already signed a contract with another team now. So Xavi Simons seems to be out the window at the moment. So let me have a look. Xavi Simons. I believe it's over with Xavi Simons now. Even though Man United were heavily interested in Xavi Simons over. Yeah, of course. The biggest January deal. Biggest January deal. RB Leipzig complete record sign of Xavi Simons. So yeah, RB Leipzig have already signed him. RB Leipzig have already signed Xavi Simons. So yeah, I'm right. 50 million for Xavi Simons. RB Leipzig have already signed him. So yeah, he's going to be expensive. I am patient, but sometimes I get frustrated with the mistakes in the squad, not the manager. Brother Rasta, I feel the same as you, mate. We're all frustrated. We're all, angry, and we want better. But you know what? We have to look at the bigger picture and realize that, we have to suffer to feel the success. We have to suffer. And, only the strong will survive. Only the strong will survive, And when we get through this season, let me tell you this right now, and you guys can clip me. You guys can clip me with this. Next season, we will be back, guys. We will be back next season. Don't worry about that. We'll be back and we'll be killing it. Trust me. I'm telling you right now, guys, trust me. And all those fair weather fans that have jumped ship, have gone elsewhere and felt, I've had enough of this. Let them be. We're going to celebrate. They can't come back. We're going to celebrate, of course. Amir. Ruben Amir said, the biggest problem in my life is coaching Manchester United. Yeah, of course it is. It's his biggest, task in his whole life. This is Ruben Amorim's biggest job in his life. This is probably the biggest task he's had in his life. I agree with him. I think any manager that goes into Manchester United, it's the biggest job in their life. I think anyone, even if Ancelotti went to Man United, turning Man United around, despite winning all those Champions Leagues, is going to be probably one of his biggest achievements, because Man United are in such a mess. It's going to take a genius to get Man United to where we want to be, of course. Merced, what other signings what we would need in summer to get us back to top four realistically, I'll be honest, if we want to get back to top four, Merced, we're going to have to get more of a Ruben Amorim style of player. We're on talks with Giovanni Quenda and Wesley from Brazil for the right wing back. We need to get the right wing back position sorted. We got the left wing back position sorted. We got Dorgu and Diego Leon on there. I believe we need another couple of defenders in there. We're losing Evans and we're losing Lindelof. So we need maybe one defender in there at least. And obviously we've got Aiden Heaven who's coming through anyway. I would like to sign someone like Edison in the midfield. I would like to do that. I would like Man United to get someone like that in midfield just to solidify and replace Casemiro. I think that would be good for Manchester United. I think Manchester United also need to look at the attacking side of things. They need two attackers, two number 10s to complement Ruben Amorim's system perfectly. Now, who are those number 10s? We got Bruno, and I'm a huge admirer of Bruno, but I think Bruno's starting to get past, his threshold, so to speak. So I would say if I'm looking at the attacking third, we need someone who can hug the ball, control the ball, and keep the ball and bring the ball forward. That's what we need. We got Ahmed, but obviously Ahmed is good, but we need another one up there. I liked Olmo, of course, but obviously he's from Barcelona. I like these type of players. We're not going to get Florian Wirtz. They're too expensive, even though I like that player. Again, Florian Wirtz is worth 120 million, apparently. You know what I mean? So we're not going to get that one. But, and we need a striker up there. And I believe Man United do need an experienced striker up there. I think let's have a look at Cheeto and let's see how he does. If Cheeto fires, then great for us, isn't it? But we do need experience up there. I would say that bringing in an Osman would be very shrewd and a very good business for Man United, in my opinion. We need someone who can prove to score goals. Danny, check out Jashari at Club Booge in the middle. We need along with Hackney. I'm from near Hackney in Leighton, by the way. Absolutely. Yeah, I know about Hackney at Borough. I know what you mean, Danny B. Yeah, I know about these players. Jashari, absolutely. Big up, Danny B. Thank you for that, brother. Absolutely. This team coach is not the problem, but the problem is the players. They don't have good players. The problem is the players don't fit the system. And to be honest with you, they can fit the system. Let me rephrase that. They can fit the system, but some of them are refusing to play that system. And that was pretty evident yesterday when they started playing with 20 minutes to go. And that was very, very damning because they started off badly. And then when they wanted to play, Ruben Aram said it in the post-match comments that they did not change the formation. They did not change the tactics. And then they started playing after with 20 minutes to go. Madness, isn't it? Just do it. Big up, Amir. Big up yourself. I hear people talking about how good Rashford doing that video. I don't care. He's laziness for me. Why I'm glad he's out. And we could. At the end of the day, Rasta. If Rashford does well at Aston Villa, it shows you more about him than us. Because at the end of the day, putting effort, sliding tackles, and all these things he's doing at Aston Villa just shows to you that he's a fraud and he's down tooling. That's all he's been doing. At the end of the day, you could talk about talent till the cows come home. There's no excuses for walking on the pitch and not going in for headers and things like that. We have a whole backlog of videos of Marcus Rashford walking on the pitch, not tackling his man and this and that. It shows more about him as anyone else, of course. Our midfield is horrible. I agree, Danny B. Bagel FC, of course. We need to that. I'm looking forward to seeing Kone, though. I really do hope that Kone becomes available, gets a chance. I'm not having no high expectations, but I'm hopeful. Keep the hope up, Rasta. Next season, we will be there, brother. We will be there, mate. Don't worry about that. Absolutely. We'll be there. Amram wants Son. Yeah, that's what the rumors are saying, Amir. That's what the rumors are saying. Whether we take that with a pinch of salt, a bit of Salt Bay, maybe. I don't know. Whether we take that with a pinch of salt, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, apparently it does. 1-1 Newcastle have equalised. Well done. Thank you so much, thank you, Danny, for that. Absolutely. Thank you, mate. Who are Newcastle playing, by the way? I know that Liverpool are playing Man City today, isn't it? So let me have a look at this. I need to get all the scores down, of course. Cancel that. Let me have a look. F that. Bloody hell. I don't know. Leave it. My computer's playing up. Miley, a great player. Yeah. Big up. Forest 1. So there we go. We really need Gutierrez or Osman at number 7 for striker. We also need to worry about our attack as well. We got no creativity, Amir. We need more creativity. We do. We need to think about building the team. You know what? Building it up, not just striker, score goals. It's not going to work. Trust me. We need to build it up, of course. Forest 1, Newcastle 1. Come on, Forest. Damn it, Newcastle equalised. Come on, Forest, man. I prefer not in the Forest. They scored again. It's time improvement. Next time. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Forest 1, Newcastle 2. God damn it. Would you give the young Selokone a try before getting the midfield pair? Yeah, I would, Merced. I would. To be honest with you, I would. I also like Collier. I think Collier is a very good young player. Very, very good. I like, obviously, Morehouse coming through as well. We've also got Shea Lacey and Fletcher. Great, good players coming through the system, of course, and Aiden Heaven for defense. And, we need to give these youngsters a chance. And if Man United secure safety, my goodness me, I can't believe I'm saying secure safety for Man United. But if Man United get safe in the league, mathematically, maybe we can try these players. There's no harm in it because there's no pressure. There's going to be less pressure, should I say. Absolutely. Our number 9, he needs a whole bunch. Jar Jar, yeah. Big up, brother. Big up. Steve, what's going on? How are you doing? We do need to create for the next few years. Liverpool seem to be doing well without one. Unless you count Trent as a creative, not sure. Liverpool are just... This is the whole thing about culture, isn't it, Steve? Liverpool just doing the thing, innit? They're doing it well. They transitioned from Klopp until Slot very well. And... they made the transition as easy as possible. Man United, they threw things against the wall, hoping it stuck. That's what we did. When Alex Ferguson left, throw something on the wall and hoping it sticks. Let's go with that one. That one stuck. Let's do that one. And that is what Man United done. Man United just done everything dare I say it, tits upwards, to be honest with you. We need at least 6 or 7 quality signings this summer, along with at least, brother, at least, Danny. Deadwood or else mid-table again next year. And we need to be looking at South American market, isn't it, Danny? We need to be looking at the South American market, definitely. Absolutely, guys, absolutely. Guys, shorter show today, but I want to thank everyone who's joined me today. You absolute legends. I'll be back tomorrow, normal time for Breaking Dawn, 7 a.m. UK time, 8 a.m. Central European time, guys. Thank you, everyone who's joined me today. It's absolutely a pleasure to have you here, of course, guys. So, you know what? I really appreciate you. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. And please don't forget to smash a like on the video, guys, because you know what? I'm nearly on 8,000 subscribers. Let's push it over the line. Let's get to 8,000. Ultimately, we want to be challenging the elites, don't we? That's what we want to do at the end of the day. Oh, great show. Big up, Steve. Good to see Steve. I'll be back, mate. I'll be back. I've got to go out today. Would you start second Coney and Cheetah, OB versus Stone? Would it be the game you would give them a time? Merced? Absolutely. Absolutely. That's exactly what I would do. I would do that without doubt. I would 100% play Cheeto and play Obi. I would even bring in Aiden Heaven after after about 60 minutes. That's what I do. Depending on how the game's going. If it's 3-0, let's say it's 3-0 to Man United against Ipswich, 60 minutes gone, I would bring in Hayden. And you know what? I would. I don't see any harm in it. I really don't. I think it can only benefit you, you know, at the end of the day. Look, you know what? It's great that Cheeto got some minutes yesterday. And you know, he got half an hour, I think, didn't he, yesterday? So it's great that he got some game time yesterday, or 20 minutes he got yesterday. It's great that, because it gives him a little bit of experience. So when he goes to Old Trafford, I'm looking forward to see it. I just hope that Ruben Amorim shows some guts to do it. I hope that he does. I hope he shows some courage to play some of these youngsters, because at the end of the day, he who wins takes risks, and you only win with risks. At the moment, Man United need to take risks. Man United need to try something at the moment. And in this league season, if we're trying to win the Europa League, it's a must. We have to win the Europa League. If we're trying to win the Europa League, you know, we're going to have to try things in this Premier League season to see what works at the end of the day. Thank you so much, Merced. You're absolute legend. Thank you. Debut on the channel. Big up, Merced. Absolute good to have you here, of course. So, answer the question. Did I have fun? Is yes. Good to hear. Good to hear. Paul, I don't know why we always need to spark to play well. Why we can't play tough on a very big. And this is exactly Paul. Paul, I want to bring this in, right? Because this is exactly what I've been saying. This is exactly right. Because people talk a lot about the tactics. People talk a lot about the formation. But the overriding fact is that these players did not play from minute one. They decided to play with 20 minutes to go with the same formation, with the same tactics. What does that tell you? It tells you it's the players, not the manager. And let's not get it twisted. This kind of thing has been happening for years at Manchester United. This kind of thing has been going on for years at Man United. Do you know what I mean? Years at Man United. And, you know, it ain't just exclusively down to one manager. It's down to a whole number of things. The culture at the football club is wrong. Like I was saying in earlier show, the Ipswich, Everton, Southampton have their own culture at their football club. That culture is passed down from generations. What is their culture? Their culture is not winning trophies. Their culture is losing, etc. Man United are starting to get into that territory where we're passing down the wrong culture to each generation, right? Sooner or later, Manchester United's success won't be remembered by anyone. So we have to change the culture of this football club. And that starts with these players on the pitch. When they enter that pitch, look, I said it earlier on, right? I said it earlier on. Someone said to me, I was actually at Old Trafford at the time. He goes, the best way to play is to play like you're 2-0 down. You know, but when you start the game, play like you're 2-0 down. That's how you play. That's how you should be, of course. Big up, Merced. Don't forget to subscribe to Merced's channel. Big up everyone who's joined me today. Of course, you're absolute diamonds. And I'll be back tomorrow for Breaking Dawn, guys. Early in the morning, Breaking Dawn. And of course, thank you everyone who's joined me today for Chatterbox. You're absolute legends. And guys, look, you know, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and smash a like. You're absolute diamonds. And yeah, look, you know what? We got Ipswich on Wednesday. I'll be here for the watch along, of course. And it can only get better, of course. I mean, I think, what was that song? The Labour song? It can only get better. It didn't, though, did it? But you know what? Man United are different. We're not going to go into the realms of politics. Anyway, guys, absolutely. Paul, give me a better name for a bigger bottle than... I mean, Arsenal are the most successful bottlers in the history of football. They're the most unachieving, successful team in the history of football. You know what I mean? Next year. That's what they do. At the end of the day, they're less successful than us. I'd rather win trophies, you know what I mean? Ultimately, I want to win the league, but I guarantee you, Man United have more chance winning the league than Arsenal. Arsenal are going to go on decline, trust me. Man United will be back. Man United will be back, guys. I have to be positive. Someone has to be, don't they? Someone has to be a little bit positive, of course, guys. Guys, thank you for joining me. I'm Sal Warner. This is Chatterbox. And guys, don't make it a first. Mate, you know what? Join the stream every day, twice a day. I'm here, guys. Whenever you can, turn on your notifications and I'll be live, guys. And I'll answer everyone, guys. Anything you want to know, I'm here for you. Thank you, everyone who joined me today. Take it easy. See you later. Peace.